Which Azure service is primarily used to manage user identities and access to resources? A. Azure Active Directory. B. Azure Key Vault. C. Azure Security Center. D. Azure Monitor. The correct answer is A. Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, is a cloud-based identity and access management service. It helps employees sign in and access resources. Azure Key Vault is for managing secrets. Azure Security Center is for security management, and Azure Monitor is for monitoring applications and services. You need to ensure that only authorized users can access your Azure resources. Which feature of Azure Active Directory should you use? Azure AD Connect. B. Multi-factor authentication. B2C. D. Azure AD Domain Services. The correct answer is B. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, adds a layer of security by requiring users to provide two or more verification methods. Azure AD Connect synchronizes on-premises directories, Azure AD B2C is for consumer identity, and Azure AD Domain Services provides managed domain services. A company wants to protect its sensitive data stored in Azure. Which service should they use to manage and safeguard cryptographic keys and secrets? A. Azure Security Center. B. Azure Information Protection. C. Azure Key Vault. D. Azure Sentinel. The correct answer is C. Azure Key Vault. Azure Key Vault helps safeguard cryptographic keys and secrets used by cloud applications and services. Azure Security Center provides security management. Azure Information Protection helps classify and protect documents, and Azure Sentinel is a security information and event management (SIEM) solution. Which Azure service provides a unified view of security across all your Azure resources and offers advanced threat protection? A. Azure Sentinel. B. Azure Security Center. C. Azure Monitor. D. Azure Policy. The correct answer is B. Azure Security Center. Azure Security Center provides a unified view of security across all your Azure resources and offers advanced threat protection. Azure Sentinel is a SIEM solution. Azure Monitor is for monitoring, and Azure Policy helps enforce organizational standards. A company needs to implement conditional access policies to control how and when users can access Azure resources. Which Azure service should they use? A. Azure AD Identity Protection. B. Azure AD Conditional Access. C. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. D. Azure AD Application Proxy. The correct answer is B. Azure AD Conditional Access. Azure AD Conditional Access allows you to create policies that control how and when users can access resources. Azure AD Identity Protection helps detect and respond to identity-based risks. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management manages privileged accounts. And Azure AD Application Proxy provides secure remote access to on-premises applications. Which Azure service helps you manage and monitor privileged accounts to ensure they are used securely? A. Azure AD Conditional Access. B. Azure AD Identity Protection. C. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. D. Azure AD Connect. The correct answer is C. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management (PIM) helps manage, control, and monitor access within Azure AD, Azure, and other Microsoft Online services. Azure AD Conditional Access controls access policies, Azure AD Identity Protection detects identity risks, and Azure AD Connect synchronizes on-premises directories.